On November 30, 2013, the world came to a standstill. Photos revealed a car engulfed in flames, indicating the tragic departure of Paul Walker. The scene unfolded on a bustling street in Santa Clarita, California. Paul, besides being an icon of the Fast and Furious saga, was a father, a husband, and a friend. He left behind his wife, his 15-year-old daughter Meadow at the time, and a universe of admirers and loved ones devastated by the news. Losing an actor who was increasingly capturing hearts is hard to grasp. How did this sad end come about? What were Walker's final moments? And his last conversation with his mother? Let's embark together on this story, going back in time a bit, to clarify every detail of this day that marked the global cinema. Paul Walker was born in Glendale, California, on September 12, 1973. From an early age, a passion drove his heart: cars. This love wasn't by chance. His grandfather was a racing driver in the 60s. This family history fueled Paul's flame for the world of four wheels. He grew up hearing tales of races, tires screeching, and the adrenaline of speed. As an adult, already established as an actor, Paul didn't abandon this love. He began acquiring vehicles. These weren't just any cars. They were icons, powerful machines. One of them, the Nissan Skyline, became famous in Fast and Furious. His passion was now immortalized on the big screen. His journey in Hollywood began in 1986. He debuted in the movie Monster in the Closet. He played a teacher, a discreet but significant role. Since then, the entertainment world noticed this young talent. Opportunities started to arise. Paul was versatile. He worked in movies and series. Often, he appeared as a guest, lighting up the screen for 1 or 2 episodes. However, destiny had something bigger, faster, and more furious in store for him. Fast and Furious was a milestone. The saga began in 2001. But it was from the 5th film onwards that Paul Walker's name echoed strongly. The audience loved it. The franchise took off. Paul became an icon. However, in 2013, a sad turn of events occurred. During the filming of the 7th film, the unimaginable happened. Paul Walker left us. At that moment, he was at his peak. At 40, Hollywood saw him shine. Other productions wanted him. He was slated to star in Hitman, Agent 47, a film inspired by a highly acclaimed video game. The promising trajectory was abruptly interrupted. Off-screen, Paul was even more extraordinary. Fame? Yes, he had it. Recognition? Without a doubt. But it never overshadowed his character. His focus was always on family and friends. He was humble, genuine. A documentary, and Paul Walker, offers us a more intimate look. In it, his mother, Cheryl, shares memories. She describes an affectionate, dedicated son. The last time they saw each other is unforgettable. They were talking about Christmas. Paul mentioned buying a tree later. They were joyful, at home. But a message came to his phone. A forgotten commitment, a noble cause. It was a charity event that Paul had organized. He said goodbye quickly and rushed to the event. The purpose? To assist victims of a devastating typhoon in the Philippines. The initiative took place in a specialized store. Sports cars gleamed, witnessing Paul's final event. The US magazine highlighted his happiness that day. He had planned everything. His involvement, his dedication, were tangible. Paul wasn't just a car enthusiast or a talented actor. He was a humanitarian. He founded the organization Reach Out worldwide. His goal? To help in disasters. The catalyst was the earthquake in Haiti in 2010. Paul was there. He witnessed the suffering. He decided to take action. Was born from this feeling, this need to make a difference. At the Philippines event, the effort bore fruit. Donations for victims and toys for distressed children. Paul was happy. He had done something grand. However, destiny, cruelly, intervened. The news of his departure became even more painful. And so, with his story, legacy, and passions, Paul Walker lives on. In our hearts, screens, and memories. A star who, despite leaving early, left a light that never fades. Paul, known to many, was in Roger Hobbs' red sports car. Roger, a name perhaps not so well known to the general public, was more than just a friend to Paul. He was a successful personality, having worked for major financial institutions. Moreover, he was recognized for his commitment to humanitarian causes. It's not surprising that they were together at that charity event. What truly brought them together was an overwhelming passion: cars. And not just any cars, but the fast ones, the ones that make your heart beat faster when you start the engine. In sunny California, they co-owned a vehicle customization shop. A shop that resembled the aesthetics and energy of the Fast and Furious franchise, but all within legal boundaries. Roger wasn't just an enthusiast. He was actively involved in racing, participating in the Pirelli World Challenge Championship, a renowned competition full of adrenaline. On November 30th, something happened that would shock many. Before leaving, Paul, always kind, waved to the fans and photographers nearby, capturing that moment. No one could imagine that these would be his last photos. As they drove through Valencia, in Santa Clarita, the unexpected occurred. Around 3:30 p.m., Roger lost control. The car collided violently with a concrete pole, followed by hitting 3 trees. The gravity of the situation intensified when the car started to catch fire. The flames grew rapidly, and despite the efforts of witnesses, a subsequent explosion made any rescue impossible. When the rescuers arrived, the sad reality imposed itself: both were dead. Investigations were conducted. The car was going over 130 kilometers per hour, almost double the allowed speed in that stretch, which was 72 kilometers per hour. Both were lucid, with no signs of drugs or alcohol. The road was in perfect condition. Reports indicated that the combination of the collision and the fire were fatal. Surprisingly, that location had a reputation among illegal racing enthusiasts, especially drift lovers. It was known as a meeting point for risky maneuvers. The accident elicited reactions. The families of Paul and Roger sued the car manufacturer, alleging supposed faults. But after analyses, it became clear the accident was the result of high speed and human error, not car failures. Paul's career was in full swing. He was filming Fast and Furious 7 and had a role in Hitman, Agent 47. His death shocked the Fast and Furious team. Filming paused. Later, it resumed with the help of Paul's brothers and the use of technology to pay tribute to Walker. Brian's farewell was a standout cinematic moment, touching many and generating significant box office revenue. Hitman, not yet started, had Rupert Friend as a replacement. Contrarily, the film didn't have a major box office success. Paul and Roger were honored worldwide. One of the most memorable tributes is Wiz Khalifa's "See You Again," an emotional song, echoing pain and loss, but also hope. And Row, an organization created by Paul, continues to thrive, reinforcing his legacy of helping others.